Hello, Chasen. How are you?
Doing well. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Doing well too. All right, let's
Sorry,
get
just
into it.
I'm just checking this audio. My Wi-Fi is a little spotty where I'm at right now, but I think it should be good.
Yeah, I think it's good. Okay, what is your
Nice.
origin story and what got you into fighting?
So I've been training in martial arts since I was 4 years old. I originally started doing Shito karate and then was kind of on that path, training, competing at a national level, doing that. And then when I got to 7, 8 years old, that's when I got into judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Then I started wrestling at 10 years old to help supplement that. And then once I got to high school, I started focusing strictly on wrestling through college. And after that, that's when I started getting it. I just started my MMA career following my completion at UNC.
Hmm. Where did you get your nickname from?
So I got my nickname from Patty after my debut fight in Manchester for Cage Warriors. Uh, he kind of just was sitting there and he was just like chasing paper. That's it right there.
Hmm.
And so uh, it was on his vlog and it was a cool little thing. Most people don't really get it. I think it kind of rolls off the tongue nice, but I enjoy it.
Yeah,
You know, you
nice.
don't pick you don't pick your nickname. It just comes. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Did you expect such a spectacular knockout at the Cage Warrior San Diego event?
Cage Warrior San Diego event was amazing. Big thank you to Graham, Ian Dean, and all the Cage Warrior staff for putting on such a great event and all my coaches for helping get prepared. Going into the bout, I knew I had trained well. I had been working on my striking. I'd been working on my transitions, and that was just kind of a natural reaction through drilled repetition. And that was just preparation meeting opportunity right there. And it was just right. The shot was right on the chin, and Kono was a very tough opponent. And but yeah, I was glad it was amazing knockout and unreal experience, especially being able to fight in San Diego. Have a lot of local, a lot of get fought. I got to feel a lot of the local love, which was amazing.
I know you're more of a wrestler, but which part of the game do you like more, the grappling or the striking?
Honestly, I love all parts of the game. I think learning and trying to develop new skills every day is what makes it interesting. And right now, I'm definitely focusing a lot on my striking because that's where I'd say there's more of a deficiency. So working to close those holes up, and still working a lot of my jujitsu, still have to improve a lot of my wrestling. So just all those areas, and just kind of what I mean, trying to get as much experience. That's really where I'm lacking the most. But yeah,
Hmm.
just working on all that.
Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Next couple of years, the definite goal right now is the Cage Warriors welterweight title. The precedent's been set with Kyle Driscoll going over for the upcoming event at the London O2. He's going flying, fighting out of AKA. They're flying him over to fight in London. So I'm hoping down the line, if I can keep handling business and doing what I intend to do, that I'll eventually be able to get a title shot and be able to fight for that Cage Warriors welterweight belt.
Nice. Who's
Sorry,
your
is it
favorite?
cutting out?
No, no, connection's all good. Can you hear me all
Dang.
right?
Yeah, sorry. Can you repeat the question? It just cut out right there.
Oh, okay. Who is your favorite UFC fighter?
Like current or like all time?
Yeah. Both. Let's do both.
All right. I'd have to say for all time, George St. Pierre. And then for current like active UFC fighter, I have to go with Michael Chandler.
Yeah, nice, nice. What's your favorite division to watch?
Um, Honestly, I think the best division, like I would say 135 to 170, I can watch all of those every
Mhm.
day. 155 is getting really deep. Uh, Last week's event was really good with Sarukian and Gamrot. You see like a
Mhm.
lot of guys like Fisayev's really good to watch. Obviously I love watching Patty. There's a lot of upcoming guys in that division. Uh, 45 is always interesting. Yeah, honestly, 135 to 170, all four of those
Mhm.
weight classes are my favorite to watch.
Yeah, mine's lightweight. It's so deep. And the top guys on there are like all superstars, so it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's interesting right now. It's gonna be they're all superstars, but I think in the next year or two we're gonna see a real big change of the guard. I don't know how much longer. I think that lightweight division's a little bit older, so we'll
Mhm.
see.
It's true. Who do you look up to?
Um, well, I train with Patty a lot. He was with me before my debut, and I'm out here training with him now in Liverpool, and he gives me a lot of feedback every day, and training with him, seeing where he's going and the current trajectory he's on, and the success he's already had. I draw a lot of inspiration from him, and it's like I see how he's training, I know what he's doing, and it kind of gives me a roadmap to like where I want to go and where I see myself in the future for sure. So definitely got to give a lot of credit to him. He works with me all the time, and he's definitely a kind of a older brother mentor kind of guy, someone I can look up to.
That's nice. Um, I know you're from San Diego, but how did you end up training in Liverpool at Next Gen?
So I initially it all started. So I've been training. I've known Justin Flores since J Flow.
J Flow? Yeah.
Yeah, since I wrestled when I wrestled at Rancho Bernardo was when I met him for the first time. He came in for a wrestling camp. And then when I was wrestling at college, I kind of kept in contact with him. So then whenever I would come back from school and was in San Diego, I would train with him and pick up some stuff. And so in the fall, right after Patty's UFC debut, there he went to go train with J-Flow, but he needed a partner, like a body to work out with. And J-Flow reached out to me. And so we hooked up and we were able to get a couple sessions in together there. And then there was an opportunity for me to go out and train with him leading up to the Vargas fight. And so I took that opportunity as I was starting out my career. And, I wanted to see what a legit fight camp was like and, to be able to help him and see him do so well at UFC London, and then an opportunity for me arose to compete at Cage Warriors 136 in Manchester, and kind of took that opportunity. And I've just been taking all opportunities have been given ever since. So
Mhm.
it's kind of how that all started.
Could you talk us through your weight cutting process?
Um, yeah, I don't really cut too much weight. Um, it's a lot of it's just about, I think, keeping a right diet, training diligently. You know what I mean? You don't want to be water
Mhm.
cutting too much weight or doing anything too drastic for your body. Coming from wrestling, I've been around weight cutting, but in my experience, when you start cutting too much water, you do too drastic of weight cuts, especially with wrestling, where it's like the 1 hour weigh in opposed to MMA, where it's like the day before. You feel it way more. So I've kind of been used to. I've also competed at heavier weight classes too. In wrestling, I competed at 184, 197. I won a California state title at 195. So I'm used to already competing and grappling with larger bodies as it is. So I just kind of try and keep a stable, healthy diet, and then kind of shed the last couple pounds to make 170, but nothing crazy.
Mhm. What's your diet around fight time?
Diet around fight time is a lot of protein, low carb, you know what I mean? Broccoli, spinach,
Mhm.
avocado, a lot of hard boiled eggs, drinking lots of water, cutting out excess sugars. You know what I mean? Even
Mhm.
like Gatorade, like you need electrolytes and stuff, but you don't want to be drinking too much sugary stuff like the Gatorades and all that. Your body will start holding on to that. Not too much sodium, salt, anything like that. But yeah, it's I don't have no crazy diet or anything like that, like some of these other guys. No vegan, no gluten free or whatever.
You don't do any of that?
Nah.
You have two fights right now, and they're both by TKO or obviously a KO like your last one. Are you expecting to keep that going?
You know, I think you just take what's given in these fights, right? It's
Mhm.
such a volatile sport and anything can happen. And it's just all repetition and drilling. Uh yeah, I always want to put on an exciting show for the fans. I'm definitely somebody that's gonna willing to go out there and put a lot on the line, but I can't guarantee, you know what I mean, that
Yeah.
knockouts or submissions or anything's gonna come. But I'm always looking for a finish. I think if you're in there trying to survive or just trying to win, that's when you're gonna get hurt and that's when you're gonna end up on a highlight reel. So yeah, I just take opportunity as it's presented in these fights. I train hard with my coaches, and they kind of help me identify windows and opportunities in the fight, and I try to execute on them as much as I can. But like I said, it's volatile, so
Yeah.
is what it is.
When you were in high school, did you already know that you were going to become an MMA fighter?
So I'd been around the sport a really long time. My dad was a professional MMA ref, and he also trained jiu-jitsu as well. And I'd been, you know what I mean, my first time going to like an MMA fight, I probably was like fifth, sixth grade, I think. So I'd always been around the sport, but as I was looking at getting college scholarships and the schools I was looking at going to out of high school, I was definitely more focused on the education and uh you know what I mean? It was one of those things I always thought would be cool, but I didn't, you know what I mean, really I wasn't certain that's what I was gonna do. And then when I got to college, I had an opportunity to work an internship and was able to get some work experience. And then after that, that's when I kind of realized like, hey, this is a short window. I have my education to fall back on. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I might as well try this out. I've been around martial arts my whole life. It's something I'm passionate about. You don't want to have what ifs or anything like that. So might as well go for it while you're young. Especially, I think another thing that kind of pushed me towards it as well was COVID. Uh, I think you know what I mean, seeing the shutdown and kind of opportunities that were missed. You know what I mean. I had some injuries as well my junior and senior years of college where I didn't get to compete. So I definitely was like, if I could have any opportunity to compete or anything athletically I want to do, I want to make sure I left every stone unturned.
It's a great mindset. Yeah. And my last question is, how was your RB wrestling experience?
My RB wrestling experience was wonderful. Uh, can't thank my high school wrestling coaches enough. They actually were able to come to the fight. Uh, Joe Eddie, I don't know if you know him, but
Yeah.
he's the man. I've known him since I was in like seventh grade. He was a great mentor to me. Coach Dave Williams, Coach Chris Spazzali, Chris Druin, Alex Martini, Pat Betters, all the guys at RB, all the coaches there, they set the foundation for my life. All the opportunities that have come since all kind of stem from there. All the work I put in that RB wrestling room. Our high school coaches used to say, the 4 years you put in there set up the next 40. The work ethic I have, the base foundation for my style, all that comes and all of that was learned in that RB room. So definitely got to give everything back to the program, and I try and keep up with it as much as I can,
Mhm.
and I'm looking forward to seeing more champions come out of that program.
Yeah. I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you very much. It was a great interview.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the opportunity, man. Small world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
it's
That's
cool to
crazy. I
cool to
didn't know
see.
that at all. I was just scrolling through your feed and I was like, no way, he went to RB.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a small world. It was pretty cool. I got to feel a lot of love from the RB community at the fight. Saw a lot of old coaches, a lot of old classmates. It was a great experience. Hoping for similar to better turnout at the next one, September 23rd. Cage Warriors back at Humphreys by the Bay. It was unreal the last time. Definitely not a show you're gonna want to miss. So hopefully get to see you there as well.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll try to make it. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a